Hey guys, it's Patrick here. Now welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel where today the NRL season kicks off this weekend and I'm absolutely excited for it. I'm super pumped. It's been a long time waiting as usual, but we are finally back with the NRL and to celebrate the NRL season kicking off this weekend today, I thought it would be the right time to do my ladder predictions for 2025. But anyway, guys, I cannot wait for the NRL to kick off this weekend in the magical land of Sin City. So, if any of you guys are new around here, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new around here, and turn on post notifications as well, guys. So that way, you guys will not be able to miss out on any new videos. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get in and get straight into the video. Right, it's ladder time. Oh, this is going to be so tricky this year. Like, no one understands how hard is it this year to pick the right ladder, I'm telling you. But I will get slack from everyone saying, oh, why did you put my team last? Why did you put my team in that place for? We're going to get top A anyway. Look, every year in the NRL, it gets very, very close. That's why it's going to be so hard picking the right ladder every year. But this year, it's going to be hard. So, let's just see how this goes. Okay, so in 17th, my wooden spooners for 2025, I've gone with the newest team on the block, the Redcliffe Dolphins. Now, don't get me wrong. The Dolphins have a lot of talent, such as the Hammer, Katoa, Rising Star, Osako. I can go on. But without Wayne Bennett as their coach, obviously, Wayne Bennett is a very, very experienced coach, probably one of the best coaches in NRL history by far. I just think that the Dolphins are going to struggle with leadership and experience. So, that's why I've gone for the Dolphins to get the wooden spoon this year. In 16th, I have gone for the New Zealand Warriors. Now, every fan is going to go, oh, why did you put the Warriors at 64, pal, you stupid? Well, I just think, despite Roger Tuivasa-Sheck back, you're missing a prime halfback such as Shaun Johnson. Shaun Johnson gave the Warriors everything. He gave them everything. He has so much experience. And I just think, without Fanua Blake there as well, I just don't think the Warriors are going to be challengers. Like, I just don't think that the Warriors are going to do it. Don't get me wrong, the Warriors fans always sharp, no matter how bad they are. But I just don't think the Warriors have the experience anymore as they used to. In 15th, I have gone with the Canberra Raiders. Now, every year, this team always proves the haters wrong. They do it every year with Ricky Stewart as their coach. They are the masterminders. But with the team I see them playing with this year, obviously, it's pretty young. Obviously, you got Hudson Young there, Jamal Fogarty as well. He's also there as well. I just don't think that this team that I'm seeing this year is going to gel. Don't get me wrong. They can definitely prove everyone wrong like they always do. But I just don't think that this team is going to gel. I reckon give them a couple years to gel. And I reckon that this team will be playing finals footy in the future. In 14th, I have gone with the West Tigers. Now, look at the team they have this year. Jerome Willi, Tyrell May, Justin Olam, he's probably about to retire. Lockie Galvin. The list just keeps going. I can go on forever. This team, the halves pairing of Jerome Willi and Lachlan Galvin, it is going to be deadly. But I don't think the Tigers are going to be playing finals anytime soon. Obviously, the Tigers have been struggling for the past who knows how long now. Obviously, they just won a three-peat of wooden spoons. Obviously, this year is their comeback year. Obviously, they're in a rebuild still. I just think it's going to take time for them. Don't get me wrong, Jerome Willi is a very good player. He just won 4 premierships with Penrith. He's played Origins, rep football. Obviously, I just think for the West Tigers, it is going to get... Look, obviously, I think the Tigers have to wait a bit longer. I reckon, give them time. This year, just let them work it out. And then next year, they could go on for a push for finals. At 13th, I have gone with the Parramatta Eels. Okay, Power. You really think you're going to win the comp this year? Hear me out. I don't think it was a smart idea selling Gutho to the Dragons, your captain, and Campbell Gillard to the Titans. And who did you bought with that money? You bought Lomax and Addo-Carr. You're going to put Lomax in the centres and you got Addo-Carr on the wing. You sold your rising star to Penrith, Blaze Talangi. Look, obviously, it's not like your board has just ruined everything at the moment. Obviously, Parramatta last year, don't get me wrong, you guys still have the potential in that team, like Dylan Brown and Mitchell Moses. That halves pairing is deadly as hell. But I just think it's going to take time for you guys to rebuild and make another push for finals. I don't think it's going to be this year, I'm afraid, Para fans. At 12th, I have gone with the Gold Coast Titans. Now, the Titans' forward pack this year is mental. They got Tino back. He was out injured for the majority of 2024. You got Regan Campbell-Gillard that they signed off Para. He's going to provide them with a lot of leadership and experience. David Fafita as well. He's a player that's always up there. In a big game, he always delivers. And I reckon the Titans have got a very strong forward pack. Obviously, with the team they got this year, I will not be surprised if the Titans charge on for a finals spot with the team they have this year. At 11th, I've gone with the Newcastle Knights. Now, the Knights are just like Canberra. They are a team that are filled with surprises. Obviously, every year, the Knights always compete for the top 8. They've been a finals contender for the past couple of years. Ponga and Bradman Best are the best players, without a doubt. I might have missed a couple more players. But I reckon this year, with how close this season is going to be, I have gone with the Knights to finish 11th. But I will not be surprised whatsoever if the Knights do make finals again in 2025. And I don't know why everyone has put the Knights lower on their ladder predictions. I reckon the Knights have a lot of potential to be finals contenders again. At 10th, I have gone with the North Queensland Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys, they missed out on finals last year with the lack of consistency. Obviously, now this year, they got no Valentine Holmes. They're missing a experienced halfback such as Chad Townsend. Obviously, it's going to be a hard year for the Cowboys as they are in a bit of a rebuild at the moment. But the Cowboys still have a pretty solid team when you think about it. And I reckon the Cowboys are going to make a charge for the top 8 again in 2025. At 9th, I have gone with the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Now, the Dragons were probably the most talked about club all off-season with the amount of players they were buying, the amount of players they were selling, the amount of money they had. Just listen to this. In the off-season, they signed Quinton Gufferson, Valentine Holmes, Lockie Elias. They've signed Dane Cook. Like, the list just goes on. They sold Ben Hunt, one of their most experienced players. They've sold him and Zach Lomax. So that's 2 of their best players gone. Like, I don't know how good the Dragons are going to go this year with the amount of players they bought. I've got them at 9th because I just think that this team that they have, I reckon they need time to gel. And next year, they can go on to some big things in the future. Anyway, guys, it's now time for my top 8 predictions. Starting off at 8th spot, I've gone with the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Now, the Rabbitohs, I know, they've sold Dame Cook and Lockie Elias, and now they have Kevin Murray out for possibly the rest of the season. But look, Wayne Bennett can do some magical things. Like, I've seen it before. I will not be surprised if Souths don't make top 8 as well. Like, obviously, they just had an absolute horror run of injuries last season. And I still think that they could miss the 8th. But I honestly reckon this year is the year where they're going to improve and make a big impact this year. With the help of Latrell as well, I just reckon they can either get top 8 or they don't. But either way, they're going to improve dramatically. At 7th, I have gone with my boys, the Sydney Roosters. Okay, so everybody is writing us off, I believe. And there is a main reason why. The Roosters have lost over 1,000 games worth of experience. Jared Royer-Hargraves, Luke Keary, Joey Manu, Surii, Tyrell May, etc. It just goes on. But I honestly believe, I'm not saying this because I'm a Roosters fan, but I honestly believe this is what we could need. I think this is what we probably need, to be honest. I honestly believe it's now time to start playing with our proper talent that we have and develop. It's good. I reckon this year the Roosters have to go with their developed players and give them a good run, give them some experience. You got a lot of youngsters that are ready to go to explode and get a lot of game time in 2025 and learn from the best. Obviously, the Roosters have lost a lot of players, but I still believe the Roosters are a top 8 team when you look at their squad this year. At 6, I have gone with the Manly Seagulls. Okay, so we all know Manly. They have a great team. Like Cherry Evans, Tommy Turbo, Jake Trbojevic, many more I can think of. Now, I just think, obviously, Manly last year, they made finals. This year, I reckon that they're going to make finals again this year. Now, at the beginning of the year, I had Manly to get top 4. But I just think, what if Turbo gets injured again? Because we all know Turbo is very injury prone, as we all know. And Darryl Evans, he's a very experienced player as their captain as well. Obviously, he's getting old. Don't get me wrong. He has had a great season. He's been playing very, very well. He's been playing some great football over the past couple of years. But this all comes down to fitness. If Turbo stays fit, and if Cherry Evans plays well again, Manly could go further in the year. At 5th, I've gone with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Okay, Bulldogs fans. Okay, I know you lost Addo Carr. A lot of people said last year you overachieved. To be honest with you, I don't think you guys overachieved, to be honest. I reckon the amount of squad depth that you guys have is just mental. And you got Matt Burton, probably your best player. Obviously, he's a very good player. And the rest of the team as well. I reckon the Bulldogs are only going to get better from here. And that's why I have them to get 5th. At 4th, I've gone with the Cronulla Sharks. Now, the Sharks finally broke their finals curse. They made it to the prelims at long last. Now, everyone always tells me that the Sharks aren't as good as what people think. To be honest, look at their team, man. Like, every year they always improve. Like, a lot of people don't think that the Sharks have a good team, but their team is actually pretty solid when you think about it. You got Nico Hines leading the line. You got Ronaldo Moratalo. He's in for a big year. I reckon he's a smoky for top try scorer this year. And they got Fanua Blake as well this year that they signed. He's going to give the Sharks a massive boost in their forward pack. I honestly reckon right now, if the Sharks want to go for the premiership, this is the year where they have to do it. It's now or never. I honestly believe the Sharks can go a lot better than what people think they're going to go for this year. I reckon I will not be surprised if the Sharks make the grand final at all. In 3rd, I have gone with the reigning champions, the Penrith Panthers. Now, congratulations to Penrith on going 4 in a row. That is a massive achievement that no one was expecting them to do. Probably one of the greatest rugby league achievements in the modern era. Obviously, this year for Penrith is going to be a bit different for them. They've lost Jerome Willi and they've lost James Fisher-Harris as well. I honestly reckon the only way for me for the Panthers to stay in the top 4 is Nathan Cleary. I reckon Nathan Cleary is in for a massive year. I reckon this is the year where they're really going to test to see how good Nathan Cleary really is without all of his players. Obviously, the Panthers have a great youth system as well. So the new gen are going to come up as well. But the Penrith Panthers are in for a big test. If Nathan Cleary stays fit when he needs to, I reckon Penrith are in for another shot of the premiership. In 2nd, I have gone with the Brisbane Broncos. Now, Michael Maguire is the new coach of the Brisbane Broncos. Obviously, as you guys all know, he was the coach of New South Wales last year that ended up winning a series up at Suncorp, which no New South Wales team has done since Andrew Johns back in 2005. But this year, the Broncos are in for a massive year after their horrific season last year. As you guys all know, the Broncos have a superstar squad. Reece Walsh, Cobbo, Katoni Staggs. They've signed Ben Hunt, Reynolds. They even got Payne Haas there as well, Jordan Ricky. Like, you can name so many more players that they got. And I reckon if things all goes to plan with the Broncos, I could definitely see them winning a little trophy at the end of the season. And last but not least, in first place and my minor premiers, I've gone with the obvious choice, the Melbourne Storm. Now look, there is nothing bad you can say about this team. Melbourne have a superstar lineup after what happened last year. We all know that last year, Melbourne were this close off a premiership last year. But I reckon this year, the Storm are going to be hungry for revenge. And I could definitely see Melbourne having another terrific season. And maybe this could finally be Melbourne's year. So, there we have it, guys. Those are my 2025 NRL Ladder predictions. Obviously, it was hard picking out who is going to be in those places because this year's NRL season is going to be another close one. But let's hope these ladder predictions become very good and helpful. But anyway, guys, that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching today's video. If any of you guys are new around here, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. And turn on post notifications as well, guys. So that way, you guys will not be able to miss out on any new videos. But anyway, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching. Until next time, see you guys all later. Bye!